There are some pretty exotic passages that I really worried my family going after, hanging out in some dark and dangerous corners of the world. War and Peace is about a fundamental transformation in how America exists in the world. War and Peace is the story of how we gave short shrift to our diplomats and our peacemakers and our negotiators and empowered the military until we became a country that shoots first and asks questions later. It's moving and it has twists and turns and funny moments, and yes, it's about America's place in the world, but also it's about a group of wild, colorful characters, from some of the most powerful people in Washington to warlords and the unexpected people that the United States ends up in bed with when this trend accelerates. This is an important topic for America, but it's also a deeply personal topic. Part of this book is a memoir of diplomacy, where I, as a little guy at the State Department at the bottom of the totem pole in Afghanistan and Pakistan, saw firsthand the militarization of American foreign policy and the struggle of some of the last great diplomats to assert themselves and to fight for peace within White Houses increasingly filled with generals. I tell the story of my boss of 8 years, Richard Holbrooke, who died trying to make peace in Afghanistan. And I think it's a story that both was emotional for me to write and hard at times, and I think that'll come through when you read it, but also is important for all of us to look at right now at a time when we so need great diplomats and we so lack them. Holbrooke was in the professional fight of his life. He was watching another mission go awry, as it had in Vietnam, and now, as then, he felt he was the only one capable of giving an honest assessment of the harsh realities. But beneath the sweep of history was a small, human struggle of ego and age and fear. Departure would be an admission of just how far his star had fallen. Clinton had protected Holbrooke from being fired, but not from being sidelined. He, too, was an insurgent with a sanctuary. Perhaps he, too, could win by not losing. I read War and Peace myself because this is such a personal story. It is emotional. There are tracts that are hard to read for me still, but it was important to me to do it myself and to be authentic and personal about it. And I couldn't imagine anyone else telling those stories after I spent so many years living in them. This is a 5-year-long investigative project that took over my life. And I hope you feel how long I lived in this world and how much a lot of sources gave to tell this story. Hi, I'm Ronan Farrow, and my book, War and Peace: The End of Diplomacy and the Decline of American Influence, is available on Audible right now.